Okay, it's day 44. This is part 3. This is just a quick Sunday summary, and I think it's probably good. The full flight of the arrow here really goes back to 2010, and if you haven't watched the series before, you know that I really don't care about viewers or subscribers or Patreon or any of that. I want to get off Andrew McCabe's list. That's all I want. That's all the reason I got in this. You could read The Accidental Journalist by Trish Negron. Google George Webb, an accidental journalist, if you want the full story. But I protested and got in the way of Andrew McCabe in an operation he did in Portland, Oregon. It's called Muhammad. Basically used 3 different informants for this Muslim kid. Took a very nice kid who was studying hard, an A student, 17 years old, radicalized him over time, showing him a lot of pictures of war atrocities that supposedly were done by, U.S. soldiers. And built a bomb for him. He never touched a soldering iron and put him away for 30 years. And even that kid with no rights from Somalia, I think he did later naturalize, but he ended up almost winning a case in the 702 for collect it all. And I actually think he should have won it because they used illegally collected information to convict him, which is fruit of the poisonous tree. So, I do believe the little guy has rights in America and can challenge the law. The Dred Scott, he's sort of the Dred Scott. Muhammad, sort of the Dred Scott of our time. And if he would have won that case, it would have helped everyone in the United States with their Fourth Amendment rights. So, yes, I do think a little guy can win. A guy can win in the pro se court and the Supreme Court with 13 shares of stock. So, my only intention here is to get off the list, and I hope all my viewers go to all other channels and make everybody else rich and wealthy and add to their subscribers and do whatever Patreon that they're looking for. That's not my goal. My goal is to get off the list. So what I've focused on in this is production of documents. And most of the documents, I know some people say I'm trying to get documents I can never get that are secret. No, most of the documents I'm going for are public documents. Inspector General reports are public reports. Reports from the House Committee on Administration should be public reports. Emails from people in the State Department using Gmail should be public. The Public Records Act. So I'm not asking for anything classified. I'm asking for public records. And that's how the government's supposed to run. So that's where I am at. That's my goal. And I really have no other goals. And I have no animosity toward anyone. And if I make a mistake, I'll certainly correct it. I have never accused anybody of a crime in this. And if anybody is interpreting it that way, that's not the case. The only people I might be talking about in terms of committing a crime are the conspirators, which is going to be the FBI. And there are some actions by the Awans, obviously, that are criminal. And there are some actions by people around them suppressing evidence and destroying evidence that are criminal. But everybody that I'm focused on are actually at the highest levels of government, impinging on the fundamental rights of every citizen in the United States. I'm not interested in any Jones versus Smith type situations. I'm focused on people who are impinging on the fundamental rights of every U.S. citizen.